What's up, 757? It's dark outside, way past my bedtime, but I'm here on the peninsula in Yorktown. I'm so excited because I get to live out one of my childhood dreams of being a ghost hunter with Yorktown Ghost Walks. Let's go. Hey, Jeff.
Hi, Ashley.
So
it's good to see you
again.
again, too. Yeah, thanks for coming down here.
I am honored. Last time you were in our studio, now I'm on your turf, and I am really excited to see everything in Yorktown.
Me too. You never know what's going to happen. So I found that around this time of year, the activity is a little more. And I don't know if it's because of the anniversary of the siege or if it's because Halloween's upon us, too, and the veil is kind of thin.
Whew.
So this place behind us here, this looks like a very old building, but it was actually built in 1955.
Okay.
And it's a replica of what was the 1730 courthouse.
That's cool.
And the basement is where the archaeologists work. And I had the opportunity to sit down and interview one of the archaeologists that used to work here. Well, one particular night, she's down there at work, and someone comes running in through the front doors and into the gallery where they sell the artwork. She comes upstairs, nobody's there. Looks in the gallery, it's empty, and there's a staircase that goes up to the left. And she catches a glimpse of somebody running up that staircase, just disappearing right upstairs. But she looked all over this place, didn't find anything, and decides she's gonna go back to work. So she gets on the elevator, takes it back down to the basement floor, and as soon as that elevator gets down to the basement, the power cuts out. To make matters worse, she hears something moving around down there where the artifacts are.
No, no.
She said, I heard somebody that sounded like they were wearing like heavy men's work boots come walking out of the room where the artifacts are and down the hallway. Here they come towards the elevator where she's trapped. So these footsteps get right outside the elevator door. Power comes on, doors open, nobody's standing there. She goes throughout the entire basement, doesn't find anybody. She still worked there after that. And some of her coworkers, they've had some strange experiences. So back in the 90s, when the courthouse was still an active courthouse, there was a lady that was here for jury duty. She's let off the jury because her brother is the deputy. So she's standing out in front of the courthouse talking to her brother and the sheriff. It's 10 o'clock in the morning, it's daylight. And she said, I just felt like eyes burning in the back of my head. So she turns around, and there's this woman standing up there in that center window, just plain black hair, plain white dress or gown. And her brother looks up, he sees the woman too, so it wasn't just her that saw it. And he even commented, he said, this place is closed. I don't think that lady's supposed to be there. So they come walking closer, and she steps back out of the window. Well, he contacts the property custodian, they search the place, they don't find any evidence of this woman in there. But what's crazy, even though we don't know who she is or why she's here, from time to time, she shows up in pictures.
Ooh.
So our next stop is going to be over here at the Victory Monument. This monument, you would think being a Revolutionary War monument, it might draw the spirits of Revolutionary War soldiers.
Right.
But it's actually soldiers from a completely different era that are always seen here. It's always soldiers from the Civil War, wandering around the monument. And there was one gentleman that was down here with his family. And he's coming around the bend in the road here, and his headlights graze across this field. And he sees these 5 men running in this military-like formation, as he described it. And he said, I could see they were wearing kepis like they wore during the Civil War. They're carrying bayonets.
Oh.
We don't know why, but the Masons decided to conceal items from the Civil War in the cornerstone of the monument.
Oh.
And if any of these are personal artifacts or anything that is significant to these soldiers, it could be something that could draw their spirits here. There was a guy that was here doing some routine maintenance on the church, and he walks in, looks at his clipboard. There's no one in the church at the time, and he hears someone crying. So he looks up from his clipboard, and he sees a young woman sitting in one of the rear pews. And she rises up and steps out into the aisle, cradling this infant in her arms. And he said she was this pretty young girl with a long dress that kind of circled the floor around her feet. And he figured she was mourning, so he turns to leave. Well, he doesn't even make it across the threshold when the crying stops. And he looks back, and this woman's gone. He said, I don't know how she could have gotten out of here that quick without me seeing her or hearing her or without her passing me. But this woman's been seen from time to time. People will walk into the church, They'll hear this woman crying, and they'll walk back expecting somebody to be laying in the pew or kneeling down, and there's nobody there. The cries just trickle off.
I have had so much fun here tonight learning about all of the ghosts that inhabit this area. If you want to learn about everything I did, plus more, make sure you check out Yorktown Ghost Walks.